Oops, an own goal. Goal, goal. Goal. Those were the words that Humberto Castro Munoz, the killer of Andrés Escobar, uttered as he shot him 6 times. The killer was saying these words as uttered by the football commentator when Andrés Escabor scored the own goal that made Colombia lose to USA and failed to proceed in the 1994 World Cup. Colombia's World Cup hopes were high. They had finished top of their qualifying group, beaten Argentina 5-0, and been tipped as favorites by Brazilian legend Pelé. But their 1994 campaign ended in disaster, with an early own goal by defender Andrés Escobar, an exit at the end of the group stages, and the subsequent murder of Escobar outside a Colombia nightclub. In this video, we explain to you the who and why Andrés Escabor was murdered, yet it was an inadvertent own goal score. We look at the circumstances surrounding his murder. Was it just a frustrated fan, drug or commercial related? In case you are new here, please subscribe to this channel and like this video. Controversy in soccer world has been in existence as long as the sport has existed. In one of the most controversial history in soccer to date, a Colombian national football defender by the name Andrés Escabor was murdered in the aftermath of the 1994 FIFA World Cup, reportedly as retaliation for having scored an own goal which contributed to the team's elimination from the tournament. His murder tarnished the image of the country internationally. Days after Colombia was eliminated from the 1994 World Cup, Captain Andrés Escobar was shot to death at a Medellin nightclub car park. It was suspected retaliation for Escobar's own goal against the United States that helped seal the tournament frontrunner's exit. In shocking the sporting world, the murder highlighted the inherent and precarious connection between sport and criminal activity in a city and a country that was spiraling even further out of control following the 1993 death of drug trafficker Pablo Escobar. Andrés Escobar paid the ultimate price for those societal failings. Escobar's own goal occurred in Colombia's second group match against the United States during the 1994 FIFA World Cup. Stretching to block a cross from American midfielder John Harkes, he inadvertently deflected the ball into his own net. The United States took a 1-0 lead and ended up winning 2-1. After the 1994 FIFA World Cup, Escobar decided to return to Colombia instead of visiting relatives in Las Vegas, Nevada. On the evening of the 1st of July 1994, 5 days after the elimination of Colombia from the World Cup, Escobar called his friends, and they went to a bar in the El Poblado neighborhood in Medellin. Then they went to a liquor store. Shortly afterwards, they arrived at the El Indio nightclub. His friends split up. At approximately 3 o'clock the next morning, Escobar was alone in the parking lot of El Indio, in his car, when 3 men appeared. They began arguing with him. 2 of the men took out handguns. Escobar was shot 6 times with a .38 caliber pistol. It was reported that the killer shouted, "Goal!" after every shot, once for each time the South American football commentator said it during the broadcast. The group then drove away in a Toyota pickup truck, leaving Escobar to bleed to death. Escobar was taken to the hospital where he died 45 minutes later. The murder was widely believed to be a punishment for the own goal. In the UK, the BBC issued a public apology after its football pundit Alan Hansen commented during the World Cup's round of 16 match between Argentina and Romania that the Argentine defender wants shooting for a mistake like that. On the 3rd of July, a day after the murder of Escobar, Escobar's funeral was attended by more than 120,000 people. Every year people honor Escobar by bringing photographs of him to matches. In July 2002, the city of Medellin unveiled a statue in honor of his memory. Humberto Castro Munoz, a drug cartel bodyguard in Colombia, was arrested on the night of the 2nd of July 1994, confessing the next day to the killing of Escobar. Castro also worked as a driver for Santiago Galán, who had allegedly lost heavily betting on the outcome of the game. He was found guilty of Escobar's murder in June 1995 and was sentenced to 43 years in prison. The sentence was later reduced to 26 years because of his submitting to the ruling penal code in 2001. Humberto was released on good behavior due to further reductions from prison work and study in 2005. His 3 accomplices were acquitted. There are also allegations that the Galán brothers bribed the prosecutor's office to redirect the investigation towards Castro as the triggerman, and the prosecutor's office contends that Castro was simply following orders from the Galán brothers, but prosecutors lacked credible evidence to convict them. Pamela Cascado, the girlfriend of Andrés Escobar, believes that the accusation of the Galán brothers' bribery of government officials is supported by Castro's having killed a national celebrity and serving only 11 years in prison. Escobar himself had worked to promote a more positive image of Colombia, earning acclaim in the country, and is still held in high regard by Colombian fans, and is especially mourned and remembered by Atlético Nacional's fans. Thanks for watching this far, and see you in tomorrow's video.